Bonjour tout le monde, on est le 20 juillet 2021 et bienvenue au show à Dan. Le show où moi, Dan, je ferme ma musique et je partage 2 heures de mon gaming quotidien avec vous! Vous là-bas, chez vous! Oui, toi, dans ton divan! Et ce soir, on reprend la manette de la PlayStation 5. Rouge, parce que, hein, je veux dire, pourquoi pas? Hein, je veux dire, le jeu est rouge, la manette est rouge, c'est tout fit ici. Tout fait ici, puis on continue. Person of 5 Royal! Wouhou! Donc là, lendemain, il faut qu'on ait rencontré Makoto Nijima sur le toit de l'école parce qu'elle veut nous faire un deal. Elle veut tester la justice des Phantom Thieves. Mais là, jusque-là, on n'a pas grand-chose d'autre à faire, fait qu'on va juste simplement travailler sur des choses. Là. On peut pas faire de lockpick, fait qu'on va faire 5 smoke screens. Ça en prend 2 chaque, évidemment.
Yeah.
Ah, on va faire 2 smoke. On va faire 2 smoke screens. Ça c'est fait. Maintenant que les 2 smoke screens sont faits, on a plus rien. On a plus rien, ça nous prend des silk yarn pour faire des...
What's up?
Non, don't stop. Haha! On peut faire d'autres choses par contre. On peut faire des stun guns, des freeze ray, des vanish balls. On va pouvoir en faire en masse, ça? Yeah. On va faire ça. Des stun guns. Alright. Ça va pas rien, ça?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. On aurait peut-être dû étudier, par exemple, vu qu'il pleuvait.
Well then.
Eh, whatever. Want some cash? I've got a job you could do. Do you want to know about Phantom Thieves forums? People say they made a request there and it got granted! Really? That sounds super useful! Come on, pay up! You understand the position you're in, right? Les gens pas sympathiques dans ce jeu. On a 19% qui disent que Phantom Thieves sont justes.
Hey!
Hey, c'est la journaliste. Hey, it's you, morning, going to school now. I'm just heading home. The morning sun is too bright. Puis ta job, qu'est-ce qui se passe avec ta job?
Nope.
I pulled an all-nighter. Journalist Ichiko, oh yeah, works around the clock, you know. Moi, c'est son nom. Well, you work hard on your studies. Sure. On va faire ça. Oh,
I was thinking you might not show.
So, whose heart do you want us to change?
A mafia boss.
Mafia?
What are you talking about?
That's what they call themselves. This group seems to be the cause of the rise in phishing scams. What's worse, once you're in their sights, they won't stop threatening you until they get what they want. They'll force you to take part in their scams, threaten your family, and ultimately destroy your life.
Holy shit.
It appears that their victims include some of our students.
No!
They primarily target juveniles.
What's their boss's name?
Nobody knows. The victims are being threatened not to testify. So even the police can't get a grasp of the situation.
That's where you want us to start?
You should be able to pull it off. If you're really the righteous Phantom Thieves. Or is Akechi-kun correct when he says you act without justice?
Can't you say something witty back at her?
Something witty, c'est ce que je vais dire.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Their main hub of activity is in Shibuya. That's all the information I have. You have 2 weeks. Once that is passed, I'll submit all the evidence I have to the police and to the school. I hope you don't let me down.
Trouver le nom du dude, puis il rentre dans son palais, puis il sacre de voler en 2 semaines, c'est pas de problème.
She really had the upper hand in that exchange.
Tu t'attendais à quoi, Morgana?
Don't let me down. Damn it, she was just bossing us around.
Come on, we should get in touch with Yusuke.
On retourne dans le futur. Pendant cette transition-là, on fait une petite gorgée d'eau. Pauvre Joker.
The student council president from Chujin Academy? Are you saying that Makoto was sticking her nose into this phantom thief business?
Oh, elle le sait maintenant. J'ai jamais remarqué.
Why would Makoto?
Why would
Bringing
Makoto?
up my sister to upset me, are you? It seems there's no limit to your duplicity.
Sure.
Fine. I'll listen to everything you have to say before I decide the truth of your statements.
Sounds fair.
I'm so mad.
The Mafia.
Can we really do this?
Ouais. Tu vas en faire ça?
Either way, we have almost no information on our target. This guy's a crime boss, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had a palace. Still.
Isn't this a prime opportunity for us, though?
How? We're in huge trouble.
Moi, je tiens à pointer ici que c'est toute la faute de Ryuji.
Even after we punished an evil man who seemed to be good, the public did not acknowledge us.
Oops.
Right. That might.
Il a dit. However.
However, if we take down an actual criminal, let alone a target the police don't have answers for.
Make people believe in us.
There we go.
I get it. That means even a catch you'll have to acknowledge us as the Phantom Thieves. What do you say, leader?
Let's prove our justice.
Hell yeah! We just gotta do what we always do.
Our time limit is 2 weeks, correct? We can't afford to waste too much time. I'll ask around Kosei and see if there are any victims.
Okay, I know some girls who go to Shibuya pretty often. I'll check with them about it.
All right, and I'm gonna see what I can find on the net. That leaves our school up to you and Morgana. You figured out what to do during the whole Kamoshida thing, right?
I'll back you
Sure.
up.
All right, let's get back together at the end of the week once we've got all our info. I'll get in touch with you guys later.
Bon. Sounds like a plan.
We're meeting in front of the school tomorrow, right? Don't worry. I'm sure we'll find something new.
Could I have a moment?
What's up?
Well, I had a yearning to see the Sayuri, so if you're heading homeward, I'll accompany you. The Sayuri. It seems to suit this cafe quite well. I'm glad I chose to leave it here. I fear I have found myself in quite a horrible mess.
Qu'est-ce que tu parles? De quoi tu parles? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
To put it bluntly, I am in need of your assistance. Please, listen to what I must say.
Sure thing.
Throughout my artistic career, there have been moments I've struggled with particular motifs or techniques. However, each of those struggles did eventually fade. Yet now I find myself in a similar situation, but the more I try to escape it, the worse it becomes. It seems I am trapped in what we in the art world call a slump. Are you aware that I am attending Kosei on an art scholarship? Such coveted grants are not given as charity. I must continually achieve within my field to remain eligible. Were I to lose my scholarship, I would likely have no choice but to leave the school as well. In the earlier days of my career, I would exclusively paint what I desired when I desired it. The only goal I had in mind was the pursuit of pure beauty. That goal is what drove me onward. I wanted nothing more than to attain the lustrous allure of the Sayuri in my own work. Yet, what reason do I have now? Holding on to my scholarship? Keeping a roof over my head? Worldly desires are all that spur my brush to move, and the resulting work reflects such impurity of mind, to be honest. I am unsure as to whether I can even call myself an artist anymore.
Comment, là? Vraiment dur.
My apologies. It seems I got somewhat carried away there. But I simply cannot accept this lack of purpose in my work. That is why I'm so upset with my own indecision. Such vague ambition is, in essence, a sin of sorts. Though I suppose allowing my young career to come to an end here would be even more sinful. I only wish to create a work I can be genuinely proud of. Just look at the Sayuri, her incandescent figure, alluring gaze. That is the meaning of pure beauty. Yet no matter how hard I try to replicate it, an elegance so sweet remains elusive to me. Why is that, you ask? It is surely because the painter behind the work differs. Because the soul differs. But
C'est pas toi qui l'as
if
peinturé,
my
c'est normal.
estimations are correct, the soul is nothing but another way to speak of the human heart. What, then, is the heart? How does it bring forth such beauty? I must understand. To be perfectly frank, though, I am unsure of how to do so. Would you be able to provide me assistance? You have already brought profound change to my world. Hence, I believe you, of all people, may be able to bring me closer to the truth.
Ça me fait plaisir de t'aider.
You would? Wonderful. At the moment, my art teacher has yet to notice any drastic changes in my work, but I cannot hide forever. Impurity of the heart will undoubtedly seep onto an artist's canvas eventually. I must go now. I look forward to speaking about.
Rain, huh?
Pi. Fait que j'ai checké online, puis les gens are talking about it all over. Now, in my expert opinion, Lida of class 2D is guilty. You mean Lida-kun from our class? Wait, start at the beginning. What's he guilty of? Supposedly, he's been spending money left and right recently. Said it's cause it's some great part-time job he got. I see. That may very well be worth looking into. Right? Can you try asking him about it on? I don't think he'd be cautious around a girl. In that case, yeah, I don't mind giving it a try. Although I've rarely talked to Lida-kun before. I'll be counting on you to back me up if something happens, Danny. No. Leave it to me! Thanks, that's a huge help. I'm hoping for some great things this time from Takamaki-san's world-class wonderful acting. Shut it! I hope this will get us even marginally closer to their so-called boss. I leave this Lida to you two, and I have high hopes for your acting as well, On. You're both missing the point.
Hey!
Is it true that Lida's guy's guilty? Well, we'll need to dig up some dirt first thing in the morning. Mais là, pour le moment, on va étudier. Moi, je joue dans l'air.
Now listen.
What do you want to do?
Study! On va
Make sure your
apporter le
clothes
ski
up.
bleu. Ça donne plus d'intelligence que d'habitude.
Wow!
Et on va... Oh yeah, bientôt je vais être full intelligent. Je suis dans la zone à cause de la pluie.
Well then.
Et on tombe mercredi le 15 juin.
Hey! Hey!
All right.
Did you change your mind? Hey! Did you change your mind?
I don't feel like reading, j'ai pas de livre. J'ai déjà tout lu mes livres.
The rumors are pretty terrible.
I don't think it has anything to do with me, but there are even victims in my class. Oh, I know all about that. These guys supposedly come asking if you want an easy, high-paying job. But then if you say yes, you get dragged into some real shady stuff. The teachers or student council press will do something about it though. People are really worried. Oh, and you're talking about that posting? I wonder if she's serious about it. I heard she knew about Kamoshida and the sexual harassment. She probably won't be too much help. Pauvre Makoto. Elle essaie de faire de son mieux. That Nita guy's here. I'll try ask him about it. We're counting on you. Leave it to me. The level of motivation actually makes me a little more nervous. That level of... In any case, let us know if you learn anything.
Nijima-kun, what is going on here? Apparently the damage done by this so-called mafia has even reached our student body.
Well,
I thought this absurdity was nothing but a joke. Not only are there victims, there are even rumors that some are involved with such crimes. I've even received inquiries from their guardians. Why is this happening?
Unfortunately, I do not have the answer to that.
This is the greatest disgrace in the history of this academy, if it were to be discovered. This is a vital issue for the student council. Did I not ask you to resolve it?
I'm doing the best I can.
And I can trust you? You must do something about this at once. You're the only one who is reliable around here. Don't let me down. From what I've heard, even the other students are starting to be dissatisfied with you. At this rate, you and I will both lose our roles at this school. Do you understand?
I do. Please, just give me a little more time.
Mettre de pression.
Kids these
So I handed
days.
the bill over at the convenience store and they told me they don't take foreign currency. But what I gave them was a bona fide Japanese banknote. Don't tell me young people these days don't know who Hirobumi Ito is. I shudder to think that these will be the people shouldering Japan's economy. I hope you all know your stuff. Here's a quiz just to make sure. Hey! Between paper bills and coins, which one is issued by the government? Both? Coins.
This is it. Exactly.
That's right. Paper bills are printed by the bank, and coins are issued by the government. Originally, the government made both coins and paper money. However, with the ability to make as much money as they wanted, the economy fell into chaos. An independent organization, namely the Bank of Japan, has been tasked with printing paper money since. Oh, you actually knew that?
Nice going!
Les gens sont surpris que je sois intelligent. Coins, which won't have as much an effect on the economy, are still produced by the government. You simply can't trust a moron to look after your finances. The best they can manage is pocket change. Imagine all the money you could ever want at your feet. I hope the next palace is somewhere awesome like that. Morgana va être riche. C'est ce que j'en comprends.
Hey!
Hey, you see Lady Han's going to talk to Lida. You're going to back her up, right?
That's not good. And so I really need some money right now. Can you tell me about this easy part-time job? I'm sure you know about it, Ida-kun. Please?
C'est Ida-kun, okay.
You don't need my help. A girl like you could probably get a job anywhere, right?
Huh? Now that you mention it, yes. So, what I mean is...
This is going south fast.
Oh, Francois!
Huh?
Francois?
My cat Francois got run over by a car and also has an incurable illness. I need money fast.
That's not convincing at all. Is she talking about me?
If Francois were to die, I think I'd die too. Probably.
C'est drôle qu'ils ont utilisé le mot de nom
Come on,
François.
don't talk like that.
If you don't like it, then tell me about that easy part-time job. You know something, don't you? I've heard the rumors.
Rumors? Was it Nishiyama who...
Nishiyama, huh?
Oh,
Hey, what was that about Nishiyama?
that's...
She actually got the momentum back. She's not acting anymore now, is she? Come on. Let's leave this guy to Lady An and go look for that Nishiyama fellow.
Bon, c'est qui ce Nishiyama?
Do you have a minute? You're looking for something, right? I want to help you out, so please ask me anything.
Where's Nishiyama?
He usually hangs out with Ida. Oh, so you want to ask him about Ida? So that's why Takamaki-san was chasing him. I'm sorry, I don't know where he is right now. He usually stays till late, so I think he's probably still somewhere in the school. I'll keep digging around while you're looking for him.
Well, I guess we can let him handle this. We'll have to ask someone else about Nishiyama's whereabouts. Can you think of anyone who might know?
Pas lui. You're looking for any really serious student with great grades. Bon, sinon, cette fille-là, il serait à la bibliothèque. Allons voir la bibliothèque. Ah, bye bye! On dit qu'il y a un enfant avec vous.
By the way, well, actually,
allons-y. Voyons voir si...
Nishiyama, that's me. You're that transfer student, right? You need something?
Yo! What happened to
Ida?
me?
How do you know about that? Are you doing something to him? He's been acting really strange lately. Oh, fine, I'll do what you say. Just please don't hurt me.
Tell me what you know.
One day, the two of us went to Shibuya, and a man approached us over near Central Street. He asked if we were interested in an easy part-time job. I said I wasn't, but Ida was into it. He was asking the guy all sorts of questions.
What was this job?
I don't know. I was so scared, I ended up going home alone. But according to Ida, it only takes 10 minutes, and is good for people who don't stand out. Ida started spending a lot of money. That's when his strange behavior began too. But that's all I know. That's enough, right?
A man on Central Street, huh? That is suspicious. Maybe he was making him commit crimes?
Beep, 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 beep. Have you found anything, Danny? I've tried looking into this high-paying part-time job myself. People seem to be talking about here as well. Supposedly, a man will walk to you in broad daylight over on Central Street, and your job is to deliver a small envelope he hands to you. Well, I will contact you again if I learn anything more.
So that means this part-time job is somehow crime-related. It takes 10 minutes, is good for people who don't stand out, and involves a small envelope. Does that ring any bells? It's something the Mafia would definitely be up to.
Fraud, drugs.
Like illegal drugs? Maybe they made Ida smuggle drugs for them. That definitely fits with the small envelope. And you can get arrested just for possession.
Beep, beep, beep. Did you mean Nishiyama? Well, I looked into Ida on my own anyway. Rumor has it got involved in some kind of suspicious part-time job. And that job apparently totally insane. Something about trafficking drugs, I think. I heard they asked you to take part in it down on Central Street. In broad daylight, even.
So he is smuggling. This won't be pretty.
J'avais
Come
raison.
on, let's go back to Lady Ann. We'll ask Ida directly.
Alright. Je me souviens pas que c'était si simple que ça dans l'original. Je sais pas si ça a été streamliné cette investigation-là. Then again, peut-être que c'est juste dans ma tête puis c'était pas mal comme ça aussi. Ça fait quand même un bout.
Please tell me about the job.
She's still doing that?
Come on, you two? He did? Bastard! Damn it! Shit. Well, if you already know about it, fine. I don't want to talk about it here. Let's go somewhere a little quieter.
What's up with you? Especially in front of everyone. Yeah, I got a job. So what? Isn't that normal? What are you getting at?
Smuggle la drogue, mon dos.
I've only told one person about that. Of all people. I can't believe you were the one to find out. You're right. They told me they had an easy part-time job for me, and I ended up smuggling drugs. All I had to do was put envelopes into coin lockers, and they said they'd give me a hefty paycheck. I didn't know what was in the envelopes, though. Still, this is what came out of it.
Tu fais menacer?
So you knew, huh? They started threatening me right after they deposited the money into my bank account. They had pictures of me carrying the goods. Said they'd expose what I did unless I paid them off.
Salut mon Yann!
You know?
Comment
Why are you
va?
even asking me this stuff? Are you just gonna use my job to blackmail me too?
Never.
I see.
Good!
Well, even if you were planning on doing that, I don't have any money I could give you. If you're really interested in that job, try heading over to Central Street.
Oui, il fait des affaires croches.
That's where they told me about it. I told you everything you want to know, right? Can I go? Well then.
Ciao, bye. On va essayer de trouver c'est qui. How'd it go? Did Han's acting help at all? I think probably not. It went perfectly, I think. More importantly, were you able to find anything? It's drugs. So they asked you to deliver drugs. That's serious! Just searched for Shibuya drugs and got tons of hits too. So they're making people traffic drugs, then threatening them. That must be what I heard people talking about in Shibuya. They seem to be doing about this quite openly during the daytime. What a bold methodology. I would imagine they would do it at night. I wonder why they chose the day. They go for high schoolers, I see. Yes, more students will be out during the day, while the police will be more cautious at night. Ryuji, you're over in Shibuya right now, right? Do you see anyone like that there? Yeah, I'm in Central Street. It's tough to tell though. I mean, there are just way too many people. The goddamn rain's not helping out either. The sun will be setting soon. What should we do? Let's do this tomorrow? Yeah, that seems like our only choice now. We can split up and search separately then. In any case, we have some new intel. Let us call that progress for today. Whoever asks us to take on that job should know who their boss is too. Alright, we'll get in touch with you guys later tonight and we can come up with a plan. Bon, on se rapproche du fucker qui veut faire des affaires croches à des étudiants de secondaire. Ah, je pensais que j'allais avoir un consommateur, mais c'est juste moi. Il est triste. Il est triste que ce soit juste moi. We have to find them tomorrow for sure. This is the only lead we have right now. Yes, it is highly likely that this part-time solicitor is somehow related to the Mafia. If we tail him, he may lead us straight back to his boss. You talked to Ida and Nishiyama, right? Over in Central City, right? Indeed. It seems that this is where our target waits. But then, who should be the one to go? Leave it. Morgana, I choose you. Leave it to me. Yeah, that'll probably be the best idea. I don't stand out too much. I'll take that as a compliment. I have no objections. We'll leave this up to you, then. Tricking people and using that as blackmail, these bastards are true cowards. It's kind of scary to think people like that are all around us in the city. Well guys, we gotta brace ourselves. We're up against a serious criminal here. Bon.
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
On va étudier parce que la température, est-ce qu'il pleut? Quand il pleut, on a plus de connaissances. Puis là, on va fast forwarder ça parce que... Un autre bonus. On prend les bonus. Pause. Ouais, chez nous aussi, ça s'en vient. Il va peut-être enrager dans pas long. Là. Mais moi, tu sais, j'arrête pas de streamer parce qu'il fait un orage dehors. Là.
So humid.
It's so stuffy in this bag. Now for today's train news, today's headlines are... Shady drug deals in Shibuya is the same organization behind both this and the extortions. Alongside the phishing scam that have been on the rise, this may be their source of funding. Restaurant factory fire. A worker from the restaurant giant Haneruya was arrested for arson. Ce nom-là est sorti de crash. Though he admits to the charges, he claims to not know why he did it. This industry is raising eyebrows. Oh yeah, something weird happened in food service before, right? Some employee cooking naked. With all these extortions and scams, this world's really messed up. Yeah, for sure.
I don't get it.
I saw Nijima arguing with the principal about the mafia or something. What was that? What was that all about? I hear her older sister's involved with the investigation. Maybe she's just trying to play detective too. Are you kidding me? Je pensais que c'était elle, j'étais même dans le background. I can't handle a student council president with no focus. Non, je comprends, Yann. Ça cognait fort, il y avait des gros éclairs.
Okay, we're all here.
On a tout le droit d'avoir peur de choses différentes dans la vie, là. C'est correct, tu peux admettre ta phobie, puis nous dire là, que t'es te mettre dans ton lit, dans tes couvertes, parce que c'est là que tu te sens en sécurité. Okay, we're all here.
There sure are a lot of high schoolers during the day. They must be targeting them somehow.
J'ai l'impression que Yann essaie de penser une réplique, là. Il travaille fort.
Finding the specifics may be difficult. With such a crowd, the odds are
ouais, c'est
against
ça,
us.
tu travailles pour trouver une réplique ou we have to do this, let's do this.
Right, we're gonna grab him by the tail.
C'est une joke, là.
You should head over to Central Street, like we planned yesterday.
Ça m'a affecté, moi, là. T'es parti comme ça, genre... Pas en plein milieu, là, mais moi, je pensais que j'avais encore une demi-heure avec toi, là, dans le background. Puis... Ah, ok. Là, j'étais tout déprimé quand t'es parti d'avance. Ouais, c'est bon.
Sweet, let's get going. Let me know if you find any shady people.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, si on trouvait du monde shady. Ouais, en plus, t'es rendu au boss, le bout intéressant à l'arrivée.
We might end up running into the mafia. Be ready for anything.
Attends, mais Makoto, elle...
Hello.
Alright.
See? Hey, aren't you interested in all the hottest brand names?
P, es-tu aussi dur que l'autre d'avant?
We're having a special sale just over there. How about you go take a peek?
We ordered way too much, so I have a ton left over. My boss will kill me if I go back to him with all these extras. Look, I'll sell them to you for cheap. What do you say?
What should we do?
It depends on the price, wouldn't you say?
Hey, what about you? These are unforgettable deals.
I'm not interested.
Well, that's disappointing. Come back if you change your mind.
C'est une boîte? Ok, bon.
Come on, the shop's right around here.
Seems like some kind of sale. You probably shouldn't bother.
On s'en reparlera de post-off, Yann. J'ai... Je suis rendu pas mal loin dans Trails to Treasure. Bon, pas grand chose à dire aux autres. Puis le dernier boss que je me suis affronté, il me faisait pogner les nerfs. C'était pas une boîte. Peut-être dans les allées, on va checker ici. Je checkais s'il y avait pas de... Il y a rien ici. Il a l'air shady. What's wrong, kid? Don't see guys like me very often. I want a part-time job. Is that supposed to be some kind of password? I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't been there long. Try talking to someone else. Don't play dumb with me. Non, c'est pas un membre de Ouroboros. Are you confusing me with someone else? Got a friend around here. Sometimes I see him in the alley across the way, but I don't think he's here today. He might be near the station. Go there if you want to talk to him.
I see.
On s'en va vers la station. So I suppose station spare. Beep 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 beep. Miss President's here. I walk past her at the station. Is she keeping an eye on us? Maybe. I guess she's curious about all this. Well, let's just ignore her if she's not getting in our way. More importantly, how are things on your guys' end? Nothing so far. I'm going to try stalking out the underground walkway. Then I'll check around the Inogami line. I guess I'll get there from the underground. I will gather some more intel in the underground shopping mall as well. Please continue on your hand, Danny.
Everyone's really going about this seriously. They're definitely worthy of being phantom thieves. We can't fall behind either. Let's look for that homeless man.
Il y a eu deux boss vraiment durs dans Trails to Azure. Mais les deux boss, t'es pas obligé de les battre. Genre, c'est. Si tu te fais wiper, l'histoire continue. Mais si tu les butes, ils donnent du DP de plus. Puis il y en a un des deux que j'ai abandonné. C'était juste. Nope. Faut que je trouve quelqu'un, moi. Model. Ça, c'est Nijima. Qu'est-ce qu'elle a ici? I got to shoot it just fine. There was a homeless guy out where I'm supposed to meet. I had to run away from him. Ah, t'as te préparer. Ton free enterprise, ton randomizer, Final Fantasy 4. Yeah, when you go down the stairs out of the GL gate, I'm in the square right now. I was so afraid. I was sitting by the wall. Yeah, Comme tu disais. On va parler à Nijima. You seem to be working hard. Did you find any clues? I'm looking for someone. Trying to find a homeless person? That's a good idea. They wouldn't know a lot about what goes on this town. I haven't seen any here, but I would bet there are some in the underground area. Bon, ben, thank you, Nijima-san. Let's go underground. C'est vrai que les homeless se tiennent dans la... What's with that scary look on your face? If you have something to say to me, just say it. I want a part-time job. Part-time job? Huh? You're not talking about some ordinary job, huh? Take my advice, don't do it. They'll squeeze every last penny out of you with threats and extortion. Some of my friends have fallen victims to their schemes. The mafia is evil, I tell them. How do I meet them? They'll come to you eventually if you walk around this area around now. But just so you know who to avoid, I'll teach you how to tell them apart from normal people. They use some weird phrases, code words, you know. That's how they communicate with each other. Anyway, watch out if you hear any of that stuff. They'll try to come for you even during the day. They're relentless when it comes to targeting teens. Beep 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 beep. How's it going? Have you found anything? Maybe a little. So you've got something already. As to be expected of someone like you. Why don't we just go over the intel we've gathered so far? I'll start. Supposedly, some guy near the accessway talking about some kind of strong drugs. I'm not counting on anything, but I'll go check it out. As for me, I heard about someone soliciting a high-paying job in the station plaza. Apparently, they're mostly targeting girls. I'll go see what it's about. On my hand, I heard there are people saying strange things in the back alley near the arcade. Something about ice and vegetables, and something about snow tomorrow. I will go observe, just in case. The arcade is on Central Street, correct?
Alright. We should do what we can to help them out. I have no idea which of these leads are real. Try going to the most suspicious sounding place.
Okay. Je vais aller la conversation. Ok. Some guy need the access way qui parle de drogue. Je pense pas que ce soit lui qui doit y prendre. in the station plaza. Alright, fait qu'on va retourner à la plaza de la station. Hey, I was on message board the other day and came across this. Bill 10,000 at HQ. Huh? Is that code or something? It seems a little suspicious. Yeah, a lot of people have been having weird conversations like that online. Why? Pas d'autres bulles de discussion. 500,000 yen for just one video. You might even get more if you're popular. I can do videos. Huh, you want to be in one of our videos? Guess I can't say there's no demand, but our company only hires girls. Sorry.
Hey!
Be in a video? What kind of job is that? Though I guess it doesn't have anything to do with drugs. It must not be him. Alright, so we're out of here. C'est pas le bon. On tourne à Central Street, on va essayer d'aller voir à l'arcade. My shift's finally over. I feel awful drank shit done. Maybe I should find a new job, you know? Any opportunities of making money quick? You mean like those sneaky guys in the back alleys? You'd probably have to swindle some kids. God, I can never be a pusher. I don't want to get arrested. Je pensais que c'était ça le back alley. Oh.
Hello? Have you made any progress toward finding the boss?
Things are going well. On va y répondre ça.
That's good to hear.
Hey, you two got some time? I have a great job for you. It's real easy. Guess you could call it a delivery job.
That's
it seems we didn't have to look very hard in the end.
You're high schoolers, yeah? Don't you want something more than just your allowances?
By delivery, do you mean that of suspicious materials?
Huh, you're a funny girl.
So, you won't answer me. Then I was right.
Huh? What's up with you anyways? Why are you asking all these questions, huh?
Violence is not the answer.
Oh.
It was all a joke. Why would I get worked up over some dumb kids? Anyways, I can't hang. See ya.
If you don't want to deal with us, we could always go see your boss ourselves.
You really gonna say that knowing who he is? No way I believe that. Well, I'm out of here. You guys are annoying me.
I'm pretty sure he's part of the mafia we're looking for.
Let's go after him.
I think we should get some proof before we do that. I tried to trick him into saying something, but he dodged all the traps I was laying down. By the way, thanks for standing up for me. I'm going to go now.
That boss seems tricky. And it looks like he taught his subordinates well, too. No wonder the police are having trouble catching him. Anyway, you have some serious guts. You didn't back down at all against that hooligan. Though we still didn't end up with any new information. Let's stop here for today.
Beep, beep, beep. How about it? Wanna meet up? Let's do it. You think it's safe though? We did ask tons of people, and there's a chance we're getting followed. Just to be safe, we should refrain from doing anything to make ourselves stand out. The sun will be setting soon. Let us disband for today and report on our findings tomorrow. Why don't we meet at the karaoke tomorrow? We can talk in private, and it'll be cheap after school. Huh, that must be what they call hustle hour. Dude, it's muscle hour. Wait, is that wrong too? Hello? Happy hour? Muscle hour just sounds sweaty. Anyway, see you guys at karaoke tomorrow. Fait que les gens savent même pas c'est quoi happy hour. Même en français, on dit ça happy hour.
It's an unknown number.
What?
Hello, this is Nijima. Makoto Nijima. Thanks for earlier.
How'd you get my number?
Dug it up. I realize I'm apologizing after the fact, but it just didn't feel right keeping it from you, so
That's all. Bye.
You talking to a woman? I heard her voice. Speaking of, some girl called looking for you around noon. Said she's the class president. Said she's got something that belongs to you. She seemed to know you, so I gave her your number.
She must have looked up LeBlanc's address trying to contact you. That Nijima sure is thorough. Then again, she called you just to apologize. It's a bit weird, but maybe she's not so bad after all.
Of course she's not so bad.
You got time right now?
Ah ouais, parle de Matt.
All right then.
On va juste passer un petit peu de temps avec Soshiro, juste pour augmenter le fun. Je pense qu'il aimait le crayon.
Thanks.
Ça, j'ai vraiment boosté mon amitié avec lui. Just come a society, hurry up and arrest them. Je pense qu'il parlait des Phantom Thieves. J'ai lu ces bubbles-là, je l'ai pas fait. Hey, on est vendredi le 17.
So, we meet again. But my, what murky weather we're having. Speaking of murky, there haven't been any new developments in the Phantom Thief incidents. If they go so far as using calling cards to get attention, I doubt Madarame's case will be the last. What kind of target will they choose next? What do you think?
I have no idea.
To be blunt, neither do I. There's just not enough material to form any concrete thoughts. However, I'm positive they'll soon target someone who will garner even more attention. Oh, sorry. I'm getting lost in my own head. I have to stay on top of any Phantom Thieves activity due to what I said on the air. If you hear any rumors at school, I hope you can let me know.
Or not!
Aw, for real? We didn't get anything?
God, they suck.
I'm going nowhere with this. Hey, can't we ask Miss President to change it up?
You mean change our target?
Just gotta show our justice to satisfy her, right? There are tons of shitty adults in this world. It's not like it matters who we're going after. She says this is for the students, but I bet it's just so she can go brag about it on college apps.
But that mafia's stealing money from kids. We can't just accept that. It doesn't matter who the target came from anymore.
An's right. We want to give courage to the weak. Isn't this the perfect target to accomplish that goal?
Yes.
They really have no talent.
I never thought it'd be this noisy if you weren't singing. Anyways, I'm sure we'll shut a catchy up if we pull this off, but...
That's exactly why we should do it.
It all comes down to intel in the end. If we don't start finding tips on that front, we'll never get any further than this.
There has to be someone who has what we need.
Chante au karaoké, il chante vraiment mal.
That's right. What about that journalist?
You mean the woman who was staking out Madarame's house?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about her. Didn't she give you her card?
The business card says Ichiko Onya of Mayasa newspaper.
This is for a rather major publication.
Think we can trust her?
There's no other way.
Okay, let's contact her. Oh, yes. Thank you. He says our time's up. Should we extend it?
Happy hour's over, yeah? Come on, let's just go.
How wasteful.
Anyways, I guess we just gotta wait for that journalist to email us back. Let us know ASAP when she responds. Got it?
Got it.
Hey.
I'm just sticking your nose to other people's business. No. Alright,
Well,
today we're gonna try brewing a cup of coffee from step 1. Just listen to what I tell you. These beans are Colombian, a medium fine city roast. Oh, and don't let the water boil too much. You're gonna be fine. I'll be here the whole time.
yeah.
Not bad. Though I guess anyone can do something as simple as just brewing it. Making a blend, on the other hand, it's a different story. Mixing beans at random won't do you any good. That's because the acidity and the flavor profile all depends on the bean ratio. Pretty deep, huh? That sounds tough. Maybe, but you're just gonna have to take your time and memorize it all. Next up is the curry. There's something special about its flavor. The truth is, a scientific genius actually came up with the perfect spice combo to complement my coffee. Something about the quantification of taste. There is no formula for flavor, but it is pretty damn good. Anyhow, we don't make compromises when it comes to food service. Our stuff's gonna wow the customers. This is a tiny shop after all. Self-satisfaction is the only thing that keeps me going. You. Haven't I told you I don't have the money? Look at this place. You see many customers in here? Oh, no need to hide it, Sakura-san. You must have saved plenty from your time working in the government. Aren't you taking care of that employee right there too? For nothing more than charity? I wish you'd show the same kindness you show others. If you're not planning on buying anything, can you please leave? I'm expecting a phone call, so I don't have time to chat. I don't mind if you take the call in front of me. I can talk to your little friend here in the meantime. So, should we keep talking until your call comes in, or would that be too convenient for you? Well, looks like Sujiro's in trouble. What should I do? Huh. There's that social service call I was waiting for. They come around pretty often to make sure this guy's not getting any trouble. Want me to introduce you? Oh, that's right. I have some business I need to take care of myself. I'll come back later.
Jeez.
Does you really have nothing better to do? I guess I should explain what's going on. You might try and drop by when I'm not around. That man is an old acquaintance of mine who's short on cash right now. Looks pretty friendly, yeah? Don't let him fool you. It's all an act. I have to say though, I'm surprised you were quick-witted enough to pull that stuff off. You really saved me back there. Thanks. I feel like my problem with Sujiro is growing deeper. Je sais pas d'où là, je parlais de... Rank 4, héros! Je peux maintenant faire du curry qui va donner du SP à tous les alliés. Woo! Still, why do you poke around into other people's troubles? It's way easier to ignore them. I guess it's just the kind of person you are though, huh? Is it that time already? I'd report him to the cops if he wasn't related to her. Never mind that.
Then.
Anyway, that's it for today. Go study or something after you close up. I can see the compassion hidden beneath Sujiro's accent. I feel like my kindness is growing. What is my boost of kindness? Hey, sorry about today. Didn't mean to get you wrapped up in my problems. I probably don't have to say it, but if that guy shows up when I'm out, just try to ignore him, okay? Just let him do his thing and get on with the job. Got it? Understood. Good. Whatever he says, just don't let it get at you. You're still under probation, so don't cause a scene, yeah? Alright, I'm trusting you on this. Later.
Makoto?
I received a call from your school today. They were asking if you made any lifestyle changes recently. Huh? I gave him a suitable enough answer, but is there some kind of issue at school? No, it's nothing. I'm sorry to worry you.
Hey.
You've been coming home late these days. I doubt you would do such a thing, but try to avoid wandering around Shibuya late at night. I've heard stories of girls your age throwing their lives away out there. Getting wrapped up in shady deals, blackmailed into sex work. I've heard rumored about that as well. People have been mentioning it at school. These aren't mere rumors. I know of a few such cases. Well, it should be nothing for you to worry about. Just concentrate on your studies for now. They're unforgivable. Pam pam pam. On est rendu le samedi 18 juin. Yo, did that reporter get in touch with you yet? We only just emailed her the other day. Why are you so hasty? I don't know. I've been looking for info, but I can't find a damn thing. We only got 2 weeks left, man. Duh! We're in a hurry. To be more precise, it's 10 days. We ain't gonna have much time, even if we start right when she responds. Looks like this battle will have to be a quick one then. We must also consider what we do in case she fails to respond entirely. Hey, don't jinx this. I'm merely discussing all the possible outcomes. Ain't you nervous about this? Nervousness will not help us solve anything at this point. Were that the solution to our problem, I would be much quicker to turn the pen. Now he's like some kind of philosopher. I think he's just a nerd. Ils sont vraiment sympathiques hein, l'un envers l'autre. Ouais, c'est comme nous autres dans le fond.
Nijima-senpai, aren't you going to help me? You said you would keep it a secret, but rumors have started getting out. Wait, you didn't leak that information, did you?
Calm down. They're still targeting you?
Even that delinquent found out. He might try and threaten me too. Why is this happening to me? I can't afford to keep paying.
I found some clues regarding your incident. I just need you to wait a bit longer.
You're really gonna help? Everyone thinks you're just doing it for a letter of recommendation.
That is not true. My goal here is to protect the students of this school.
Please, please hurry.
Well then.
We'll just have to wait for any whirl. Let's just prepare out a plan in the meantime. Pee. Sorry to bother you while you're expecting information from the journals. However, do you remember that thread about the group of burglars in Shibuya? It seems the one who posted about his brother is a student in my school. And so after some prodding, I was able to pry a few more details out of it. Alright! I was actually wondering about that. It didn't sound like they had anything to do with the mafia we've been chasing. Indeed. Now I was able to ascertain his brother's name. It's Kazuya Makigami. Dude, it's freaking crazy that someone involved in that shit goes to your school. Nice going, Yusuke! And you even found out the name of the guy we're looking for. That's super awesome. All we gotta do now is punish him in mementos. This burglar guy isn't gonna be near as scary as the mafia. He's just a plain dude, right? We'll show him what being a phantom thief's really about. It seems we are unanimous then. We can further discuss the details of the hideout. We have our target! We also have the mafia to deal with too, so make sure the timing's right. Anyway, let's all meet up at the hideout when you're ready. Okay. On une side quest. Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Le monde, ils veulent me parler. Mais pour savoir quand est-ce que je peux voir le Ross. Pas l'air maintenant. C'est supposé être ici. dans un de ces deux allées-là. Là, il est pas. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait aujourd'hui? Peut-être passer un peu de temps avec Yuji. On peut peut-être aller passer du temps un petit peu avec Yusuke. Alright, on va passer un peu de temps avec Yusuke. C'est ce qu'on va faire.
Hello?
Ah, done. The station is always full of people. It serves as the perfect spot for people watching. By the way, do you have any business here? I can see you. Huh, you must have a wealth of free time. That is your decision.
May I get a word in?
I would like to speak. Do you have time? Let's talk, baby. Well, I am having a hard time grasping it. How will I be able to reach true, pure beauty? What should I paint to capture the contents of the heart? Mementos? Ah, I see. Mementos. The desire that emanates from that place is the root of humanity. Incredible. You're honest and a unique perspective on
Okay.
it. With that destination in mind, let us make haste.
Oh.
That distorted realm, teeming with shadows, the physical embodiment of the desires of the human heart. The same thing which brought forth the beauty of the Sayuri can also create such morbid fabrications. But I actually find that aspect to be quite fascinating. The heart is akin to an abyss. Now, regarding the source of my slump, I actually have an idea. In that other dimension, I saw the perversion of Madarame's heart. At that moment, the heart realm I had so much faith in was distorted by greed and unchecked desires. That is when the true ugliness of the world became clear to me, and from that point forward, my brush has been stayed by crippling hesitation. Does pure beauty truly exist? And if so, can hands tainted by Madarame's depravity capture it? Considering such intense questions only served to distance me from reality. Doubt filled my mind. I struggled to find a reason to move my brush again. And honestly, I still have yet to discover a suitable answer.
What is the matter?
You've been overcome by an urge to paint? Give me a rush. Please, do not rush me. I only need a little more time. The lingering uncertainty present in this place seems to be sharpening my senses. I feel a revelation approaching. Yes! Inspiration has struck. That must be it. Such brilliant composition. And my heart races. How inelegant. You wish to carry out your distorted will, foolish shadow?
Let's go.
I shall cut you down from interrupting my work.
Let's go. Take this!
Ah ben j'ai tout gelé.
It's time.
You weak at fire, you weak at wind.
Matador! Go down!
Magaru! Come in!
It seems I've become too passionate. I'm glad you were here. You have my thanks. You're like Theo.
What are you talking about?
I was referring to Van Gogh's brother, Theo. Van Gogh did not achieve fame in his lifetime, but found an admirer and supporter in his brother.
Huh. Well, thanks.
Well, there aren't many who are willing to deal with my eccentricity. By the way, what's in your hand? A card? Whenever I see blank paper, I have the urge to draw something on it. May I?
Sure.
Impossible. Good. What? A satisfactory result. Well, what do you think? Not bad, wouldn't you say? Soon enough, my slump will be a thing of...
3 cards.
My picture turned into a real skill card?
That's an amazing power.
Indeed. Would you mind helping me further? If I can overcome this slump, I should be able to aid our group like earlier. Perhaps even more so. I know. Why don't we act as the thieves we are and strike a deal?
I'm counting on you.
Yes, you can rely on me.
Oh, on a un nouveau deal. Je pensais que j'avais déjà fait le deal avec Yusuke. Apparently not. J'ai fait de le faire tout de suite.
Multiple cards were discovered among your belongings, replicas of the same design. I don't have a clue how these cards were used, but someone proficient in the arts was close to you. What were you having this person do?
Bah, donner des coups de katana.
I am that it shall become with the birth of the
Emperor persona. Slack! Rank 1.
Alright.
Yusuke get his skill card avec ça. You can now ask Yusuke to use his duplication ability to make you copies of skill cards. To copy a skill card, give Yusuke a blank card and the card you want to copy. Both cards will be available to pick up the next day. The blank card will be transformed to create a new skill card. Yusuke will return both the new and the original cards to you. The cards can be obtained from search objects and mementos. Pfft! Try to find as many as you can.
We've done enough for today. I've completed a rough sketch. I'll finish this back at the dorm. I'll contact you once it's done.
Je devrais continuer. Clairement.
I'm in your debt.
I must say, I never expected my hard skill would ever prove useful to defend thieves. I have to hold up my end of the deal, so I'll perform to the best of my ability. You only need to ask. You need only ask. Thanks! I should be the one thanking you. Without your help, I could not have finished today's piece. Now, we should be heading back. I have to apply the finishing touches as soon as possible. Ha! For the first time in a long while, my brush will dance again.
See you.
Farewell. Beep, beep, beep. Le journaliste m'a répondu.
The Crossroads bar. This is from that journalist, right? She wants to meet you there now? Looks like this Crossroads place is in Shinjuku. A meetup in Shinjuku.
Sounds good. Will you be my escort?
Where did you learn about those kinds of things? Anyway, Shinjuku is a nightlife district full of temptation. Brace yourself.
Sure.
You should send everyone a message and let them know what you're up to.
Shinjuku at night, huh? That sounds rather dangerous. Where should we meet up? Stand by, Han. It'll be easy to move around with less of us. My apologies. I don't have the money to take a train there. And you're on standby too. Me and Danny will go, okay? Got it. If he's going, I guess there's no need to worry. We'll leave it to you then. Well, I guess that's that. Let's meet up in Shibuya. Be careful, you two. I shall be sure to save money for situations like this from now on.
Wait, are you gonna go in your school uniform? It would be bad for you to stand out. You should change before you go.
What? Une mauvaise idée.
You're in your uniform?
Huh? No choice. I didn't have the time to go home. People aren't gonna notice anyways with this t-shirt over it.
You stand out.
Oh, you think so? I thought this is normal.
I'm surprised you were thinking anything. Look, it won't be my fault when the cops catch you.
Don't worry about it. That place ain't so different from Shibuya. Come on, I'll guide you. If we're going to Shinjuku, we should probably hop on the JL. Just get out of this building, and then the ticket gate should be on the right. It's go time.
Is this really going to be okay?
Do something about it.
Huh? You sure?
And this one's for the Giza line. The ticket gates for the JL is downstairs.
Oh, you won't believe what I heard.
Ticket gate. Alright, let's go head to Shinjuku. Shinjuku. A hotspot of Tokyo is known for its nightlife and downtown shopping. Bars open to minors. Even if you're not old enough to drink, you are welcome to sit and chat.
Alright.
You can now go to Shinjuku.
Hey!
Shinjuku is outside of the area where your commuter pass works, right? You'll have to pay a fare. 160 yen! Okay. Let's see. Il y a un poster avec Ishikawa, je pense que c'est son nom. Even at night this place is bright as— Whoa! Even at night this place is bright as hell. I guess that's Shinjuku for you.
Hey!
Stop looking around so much. You look like tourists.
Whoa!
I was just trying to find that place we're looking for. Crosswords bar is right up ahead. I'm sure we'll get there if we keep going straight. Stop, don't continue. Welcome to our izakaya. How about some all-you-can-drink booze on the cheap? Wait, you underage? Is that a problem? So you're just a kid. Get out of here. In the way.
Hell?
Shh. Anyone was wanting to talk to us. Stay on the fucky. He did shoot me. Hey man, you wanna come play? Touch all you want, no hatted beans. You have the cutest girls in town too. I'm not interested. Come on, I'll make it cheap. What you saying? Just ignore that guy, you idiot. No matter what the way you cut it, he's a shady character.
I'm not interested. You have a moment? Are you a student? You shouldn't be out this late.
I'm a college student.
Oh yeah, we're adults, you see?
Hmm? Are you a friend of his? Wait a second. I've seen the pattern on those pants before. Maybe on the news. Oh yeah. It was on that segment about the teacher who was harassing kids. Is that a school uniform?
Shit.
Now, you kids have got to be high schoolers. Come with me.
Shoot! This is why I said uniforms were a bad idea! Let's run! How much longer until we get there?
Hey, it ain't our fault we had to deal with that detour. Our school's getting real famous.
Excuse me?
Oh.
For the blonde one, I can sense impending woman troubles. Or perhaps it's something else. In any case,
Okay.
horrible disaster is coming for you. Please, let me examine your future further.
What? Me?
Yes, I suggest you get your fortune told. What I say will surely come to pass.
More of this shit? Sorry, but we're in a hurry. And I don't really believe in that stuff anyways.
I see. My apologies. However, if you change your mind, I'll be waiting here in this spot at night. May your fortunes be well.
Okay. Thank you, girl.
That's amazing if it's true.
Alright,
Oh,
now
man. We ain't old enough to hang out here. You sure this is the place?
Beer, whiskey, wine. Looks like nighttime is bar time.
Going in our uniforms is probably a bad idea. We got caught last time, too.
just wait outside.
I came all the way to Shinjuku and can't even go in? Ugh, fine. I'll kill time somewhere nearby. Just let me know when you're done.
Je vais tellement se faire arrêter le temps que je sorte de là.
Welcome, welcome. How old are you, boy?
Sorry, Lala-chan. He's with me.
Ooh, you picked up a real young one this time. Just don't let a minor drink alcohol, okay?
Ah, je vais pas boire.
Lala-chan, I'm gonna borrow the seats in the back. Go on back there. I'll treat you to some water.
Thanks!
Ah, she reeks of booze.
Come back to welcome love dans le
What a
background.
surprise! I thought you were joking, yet here you are. I respect that bravery, so I'll listen to what you have to say.
Qui c'est qui contrôle Shibuya?
Oh. Why that?
Je prends les états sur leur boss?
Well, I do happen to know something about that. I could tell you, but... Do you know the Phantom Thieves of Hearts? You know, that case the public has been focused on lately.
Sure. J'ai entendu parler.
I was pursuing the issue of people randomly entering into a shutdown state, but I'm lacking intel. That's why I'm currently looking for new material to write about. So, do you have any info on these Phantom Thieves?
Are those your terms?
Something like that. You're a Shujin kid, right? I remember you wearing their uniform the last time we met. I thought maybe you might have some insider knowledge on the Phantom Thieves because of it. Their first incident was that of Kamoshida, you know? Ideally, I'd like to get some exclusive coverage from a student who suffered Kamoshida's abuse. I would love an introduction if you know of someone who fits the bill. Seems both you and I can't really do our stuff out in the open, so what do you say?
A student who suffered from abuse. Oh, what about that Mishima guy? He always seems to be on the side of the Phantom Thieves.
Je connais quelqu'un.
It's a deal then! Send me your friend's contact info later.
You'd better be thankful. My quick wit is the only reason we're getting this far.
Bon, c'est pas vrai, Yuji.
Now that I think about it, those mental shutdowns and the Phantom Thieves both seem supernatural. Could they be related? Or am I just hoping for a coincidence?
Peut-être pas.
Oh, sorry. I have a tendency to talk to myself on occasion. Well then, you can't exactly consider this an upfront payment, but... Junya Kaneshiro. I think he's probably the guy you're looking for.
Yes!
We got a
Check
name.
him out further if you're curious. But I'm not responsible for what happens next. Lala-chan, can I get a refill for this kid? We need to make a toast to our new acquaintance.
It'll be a problem if you stay too long. You should leave right after you finish your water.
On our now.
Yes!
That's it. Alright, we did it. We finally got info on the target. Let's meet up with Ryuji. Si c'est pas fait arrêter. How'd it go? Nailed it. For real? Awesome. Anyways, we should meet up ASAP. I'll be in front of the movie theater, so head on over. It's kinda open area. It's that kinda open area you passed on your way to bar.
So we just have to go back the way we came, huh? Alright, let's go.
Oh yeah, the voice let me know. Hey, Ryuji.
Hey!
I'm tired of waiting. You got any dirt on our next target?
For real?
Junya Kaneshiro?
Hey!
Not so loud. Junya Kaneshiro and enter.
Alright!
There we go. Okay, now we just gotta get some info on the distortion. Once we know that, it's bounce time. Let's try tomorrow. It'll be better when we have the whole team together. Right, I'll tell everyone to meet up in Shibuya. This is totally crazy. Oh, it's a huge catch. I'm pumped. Oh, you're right. It really would be natural, but the graphics too, with plate pants? Ugh, kill me now. Who the hell are they? Oh, hell has nothing to do with it, honey. I'm Angel, straight out of heaven. And I'm Julian, Julie, if you're feeling saucy. What a cutie. You never guessed he was into the drag scene. I say we show him the ropes. You can't deny it. We saw you peeking around Crossroads. Well, sweetie, if you're curious, we'll help you look divine. Whoa. Wait, hey, it's not like that. Dude, help! Tell them we're just investigating or something. But you're natural.
What?
gonna be a natural disaster if you don't get me out of this. Oh, honey, you've got the chutzpah. And those cheekbones, I love it. That's what it takes to be a star. Just follow my lead, stud. We're gonna put your name in lights. And I know just the dress for you. Well, hopefully Ryuji finds his calling, or at least make it out alive.
Wanna head back?
Hey, there's nothing else for us to do here, right? Let's head home for the night. Did you find any clues? I have a name. You did it! Well then, let's meet up at the hideout tomorrow. Understood. Ryuji seemed to be absent from this conversation. Should we contact him separately? I'm sure you'll figure it out when he checks his phone later.
We're pretty much already in Kanashiro's palace. That was surprisingly easy.
Beep, beep, beep. Hey, some girl just messaged me saying she told her about me. She said she's interested in me. What's this about? And what kind of girl is Oya-san? Is she cute? Or is she hot? We'll see. Don't tease me, I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Oya-san. She said she wanted to talk. How much forward can a girl get? Is this really what I think it is? Could it be? We'll find out. Man, I'm so looking forward to this. This is all thanks to you. I feel like starting the fan site is really changing. Anyway, I can handle this. You introduced me, so I'll make sure I don't embarrass you. And I'll totally let you know if we end up hooking up. Good luck, Mishima.
Hey!
Oh,
Oh.
Whoa!
Yes! All right.
Sir LeBlanc's coffee. Hey, oh, going to charm. Looks like you're at it again. How's it going? Here, I'll have a sip. This is city. That must be Guatemalan.
Let me explain.
The volcanic soil of Guatemala is ideal for growing coffee. Guatemalan beans are ranked by their altitude of cultivation. Strictly hard bean, a SHB, a grade given to coffee grown at altitude above 4,500 feet, has a citrus-like acidity in a full body. The flavor profile is bland. You should practice more to bring out the roast's full potential. Although I see you're preparing the cup the way I thought, I'll acknowledge your hard work. Maybe it's fate. Your baggage seems to follow you wherever you go. I guess everything, good or bad, has meant to happen. I'm not usually one to believe that crap. Then, would you be coming here be fate too? This is enlightenment. But I hope our chance meeting turns out to be something good. I know, rambling old men aren't popular. Anyways, thanks for the coffee.
Well then.
You should rest. Now we have a big day tomorrow. Yes, parce qu'on va trouver un palace! On va aller dedans! On est dimanche, le 19 juin.
I can't believe you guys ditched me yesterday. I almost entered a world I want nothing to do with.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Just start it up, Yusuke.
Okay, I entered Kanashiro's name into the nav. And just as expected, it's a hit.
All we need now are the two other keywords. What he thinks of as his palace, and where it is. But we don't have any clues other than people falling victim around here. We'll just have to try whatever keywords we can come up with.
Oh, that's gonna be impossible. How many buildings do you think there are in Shibuya?
No complaining.
If we can figure out what the palace is, we may be able to guess where it is by association.
It's probably somewhere he's got complete control over. Maybe a garden?
No candidates found.
He likes money, so what about a money bath? I've seen people online with things like that.
No candidates found.
No. How about it? Can...
Like money, a bank?
I see.
Candidate found.
Okay, that's a hit. So, he thinks of somewhere in this city as his own bank.
I thought it'd be something less realistic. That's all it is, huh?
Now then, what location would Kaneshiro think of as his bank?
If we're talking about a place where he keeps his cash, maybe his own hideout?
How about a real bank?
His cognition wouldn't be distorted in that case.
Damn it, we ain't getting anywhere.
This may be difficult to explain, but doesn't it seem we're thinking a little too inside the box? Palaces emanate a passionate madness. It feels as though we're missing that aspect.
The hell are you talking about?
This palace is a bank for someone who extorts money with criminal acts. It's something more...
But what other ways can we think about it? Oh, could it mean a place you withdraw money?
Hold on. Do you think it might have something to do with the victims? He's taking money from his victims' wallets, right? That means his bank is wherever they are.
That's terrible. But you may just be right.
Oh, come on! How many people do you think Kaneshiro's taken advantage of in all of Shibuya?
Result found.
Wait a second. I have a hit.
Huh? Oh, wait, what? Did I say something right?
The place that Kaneshiro thinks of as a bank is all of Shibuya.
What? Like, the entire city?
I see. That's certainly where his victims are. It turns out he really is a terrible criminal.
But wait, is it okay for us to go into the palace right out of a crowd like this?
Nobody notices if a piece of trash disappears from a trash can. This ain't any different.
In that case, let's go.
Beginning navigation.
Beginning navigation, baby!
What are those?
Walking ATMs. That must be
Oh,
his
j'avoue oublié
cognition
ça.
of people. So this is what Kaneshiro considers a bank.
C'est des machines d'ATM qui se
I
promènent.
never thought it would be the entire district. Look around us. The distortion is affecting the whole of Shibuya.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, that's right. Even when we were in the castle and the museum, the city outside looked normal.
He sees everyone in Shibuya as his patron.
No surprise for a mafia boss.
It's best we focus on finding Kaneshiro's location and stealing his treasure as soon as possible.
Après tout, il y a genre une
Yeah,
semaine.
his hideout's gotta be somewhere around here. Let's go look for it.
Okay, let's go.
In any case, let's go look for a bank. There should be a huge one around here somewhere. Salut les ATM qui marchent.
Hey!
Look at that person traveling over there. You think he's a victim? Should talk to him? These guys even have mouths? Excuse me, can we? Please forgive me. What happened? I don't have any more, please, I'm telling you. Not even 1 yen.
Come on, man.
Whoa, cool it. We're not trying to mug you or anything. Please, I don't want to end up like the others. Were you assaulted? Eek! There's no doubt he's a victim, but he can't even hold a goddamn conversation. Let's try someone else.
Perhaps...
Are those?
No.
This is terrible. All of these are real people, right? This is effed up. I don't think we can talk to any of the ones here.
Damn it.
Shh. Are these all guys Kaneshiro's victims? That would appear to be the case. But there is nobody we can speak to, let alone a bank
Joker.
anywhere. Let's try checking around the station once more. We may have overlooked something important.
Wait!
Oh look! You think that person's a victim too?
Hey.
Excuse me, can we have a word? We are... It's no use, it's all over. I'll end up just like them. What happened? Can't you tell? I've fallen so far from a place where Kaneshiro leaves no tracks.
What do you mean?
What could that mean? Hey, you gotta tell us a little more then. I'm too tired. Please, let me rest. Doesn't look like this one's going to say anything. Kaneshiro leaves no tracks? Does he mean that literally? Or could it be figurative? Hey, why don't we go all over the intel we have now? We have apparently fallen quite far. Wait a second. They've fallen from a place where Kaneshiro doesn't leave any tracks? Could that mean they were actually thrown for somewhere high up? What? You mean like a skyscraper? There ain't any of those around here, I don't think.
No.
Wait, what's that?
Is that it?
La banque à vol.
Up in the air. No wonder we couldn't find it.
Kaneshiro doesn't leave any tracks, huh? Figures it'd be floating.
So, how do we get up there? Can you turn into a helicopter, Morgana?
No, just a car.
You're useless! Come on! Don't you have some kind of secret gadget or something?
Come on,
Shut
what
it.
is this?
I'm not some robot cat. I mean, I'm not a cat at all.
This may be the limit of what we can do today.
We gotta find a way to get up there.
Let's think about it some more tomorrow, okay?
Alright, we should get out of here for now. Run for it!
Et ici, on a trouvé le palais. Faut juste trouver un moyen de rentrer dedans. Beep, beep, beep. I have a new message from Oya. Evening.
It's that woman who reeks of alcohol.
You free? I'm busy. You've at least got some time to read text messages, don't you? It's about that Kaneshiro guy. He's more dangerous than I thought. The police haven't tracked him down, so I dug a little deeper. Turns out he's got some real shady connections. I won't say any more than that.
Shady connection.
He's not someone a teenager like you should mess with. You should really back off, okay? Well, that's all I wanted to say. See you.
Proving our justice isn't going to be easy. We'd better discuss this with everyone tomorrow.
On va aller. On va faire du curry.
Hey!
Making curry.
What do you want to do?
Let's make some curry.
Yeah.
Huh, you're cooking
Make sure
dinner?
you close up.
I'm about to head home, but careful with the stove, alright? Seems to be going well so far. This curry sure is a lot of ingredient, doesn't it? Did I see you?
Let me explain.
Secret ingredient, apples. Grated fruit is frequently used as a secret ingredient in curry. The hint of sweetness makes for a subtle, delectable flavor. Apples are recommended due to their fiber. Stewing the apple will bring out its sweetness, balancing the spice of the curry. Huh, I never knew apples would go so well with spicy curry. You throw it all together with such gusto. Could it be that the secret ingredient is confidence? Come on, press up mon gut. Nice, the curry's smelling good. That'll definitely be a hit.
Yes! Alright.
Oh!
You look awfully proud of yourself. That recipe sure has some love and care behind it. Try eating it in the metaverse. Maybe it'll heal your wounds. Decent curry. What amazing, decent. You are giving the chance to learn how to make curry, so don't let it go to waste. There may come a time when you'll be asked to serve it to someone. Wouldn't hurt to hone your skill. You should go rest for tomorrow, you got a big day. Maintenant, à chaque fois que je vais faire du curry, on va skipper la
I've been
conversation.
thinking lately about those phantom thieves, I mean. If Dad were still alive... Sorry, I shouldn't bring this up while we're eating.
It's okay. Keep going.
Bonsoir, héros en pantoufles.
I just
Comment
wonder
vas-tu?
if he would have been on their side. That's all.
The only reason you have time to think about that is because you depend on someone else.
That's not...
You don't have to do a
It's not-
single thing, and you're provided with
Ça va
food,
très
clothes,
bien.
a home.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle a dit? You don't have to do a single thing and you're provided with food, clothes, and home.
I've had no time to think on such ridiculous thoughts. Would Dad have been happy with them? I don't care. He died
T'es un petit
upholding
peu
some
frustré.
lofty sense of righteousness, leaving all his responsibilities on us.
All I was trying to say was...
Isn't it about time you grew up and acknowledged our situation? Right now, you're useless to me. All you do is eat away at my life.
Pas très gentil non plus.
Sorry, that was uncalled for. I'm just really tired. I'll be eating dinner out from tomorrow on.
C'était rough ça. Pauvre Mikado, déserve pas ça. Dans un lundi le 20
I just
juin.
remembered.
I've been seeing a lot of shows on TV lately about these phantom thieves of hearts. I just wonder, why bother stealing hearts? You can't do anything with them, they have no monetary value either. If I were them, I would go for something with a concrete clear value, like gold. Speaking of, there's another kind of metal that's very valuable in its own way. They're called minor metals, and they're used in many electronics. In fact, most of you probably have some on your person right now, in your pockets, in your purses.
Give me an answer.
Are you listening to Kamiki-san? Give me one example of something most of you have that contains minor metals. Not very fun.
Hey, wait!
Hey, Lydian is obviously panicking. Be a good guy and help her out.
Hey, this doesn't look good!
Wow, I don't know at all. Can you help me out? Something we use that use minor metals? And all of us is something like that on us? Right now I've got lipsticks, my smartphone, and my mascara. What do you think? One of these has minor metals in it, right? The smartphone, of course. My smartphone? Oh yeah! She said something about electronics,
Okay,
right?
I'm finished.
So the answer must be my smartphone.
This is it.
Correct.
Precisely. A lot of minor metals are excavated in China. Some countries simply produce more than others. 90% of the minor metals used in Japan are imported. But a lot of the recyclable trash we throw away contain minor metals too. In other words, the junkyard is much more valuable than someone else's heart.
Thanks!
Je me demandais si c'était la première lettre d'une phrase. C'est pas grave. Ça m'arrive moi aussi des fois d'écrire dans des chats pis de par erreur juste une lettre. Des fois c'était à job, ça paraît c'est un peu plus grave que sur Twitch. Phew, thanks for the help.
Nice going!
Tu me fais un backlash. Point up! Mon charme monte! Pretty good studying, I'm impressed! C'était assez évident que c'était un téléphone cellulaire.
We ain't got nothing.
Are we out of luck?
It's no fair his palace is up in the sky.
If only we could contact the real Kanashiro.
What do you want?
Nothing in particular. I just saw you all together here.
Huh, that's so.
You seem to be having quite a bit of trouble.
So you're here to check up on us? You may be the student council president, but when it comes to what we do, you're useless.
Useless?
Right now, you're useless to me. All you do is eat away at my life.
To be frank, yes.
Just stay on your high horse and watch. Or do you want to eavesdrop since you're so good at it?
So you wish to get in contact with Kanashiro? That is what you were just discussing, weren't you? It seemed you just needed to find out where he is.
Something like that.
Hey, you don't gotta answer her honestly.
So you're just the good girl type to push over.
Right now, you're useless to me. I'm not.
Oh, what was that?
Fine. I'll help you meet Kanashiro.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle va faire
What
là?
exactly is she planning on doing?
C'est exactement ma question, Yusuke.
She had a dead serious look in her eyes.
Does this mean she has an idea as to where Kanashiro may be?
I highly doubt that. I didn't like her stern face.
What is up with her?
Elle va se mettre dans le trouble, c'est sûr.
There are way too many people here.
We're never gonna find her.
Beep, beep, beep.
Hello? It's me.
Bonne question.
Just stay on the phone and listen.
Trentaine peut-être? Peut-être
Make
moins
sure
que
you
ça.
record the call as well.
J'ai l'impression de trentaine. Mais... Je sais pas. Peut-être un petit peu moins, peut-être un petit peu plus.
Huh?
Peut-être que je suis dans le champ aussi.
Do you guys know Kanashiro?
What? That idiot! What's she doing?
I heard I could find someone named Kanashiro if I came to Central Street.
Central Street.
She's being too rash.
What are you getting at?
He's blackmailing the students at Shujin Academy, is he not? Tell him if he doesn't want me talking to the police about it, he better agree to meet with me.
You got a death wish or something?
C'est super long. C'est une centaine d'heures. Et en plus, pour se faire royal, c'est encore plus long. J'en ai pour un bout, là, genre 2-3 heures par semaine. J'en ai pour plusieurs semaines.
He says he'll meet you. Get in.
You better be taking me to Kanashiro.
He said get the fuck in! Hey, wasn't that...
It's the guys that messed with us the other day. So they were connected to Kanashiro.
Is she still on?
Contact Kanashiro-san. Tell him we got a good one.
Where
are we going?
Yeah, I guess we can't do anything to her if she's Kanashiro-san's customer.
Hey, I asked a question here. Where are we going?
We gotta go after them.
À pied?
Ryuji, get a taxi. Okay, I got their license plate. My sketching skills will come in handy.
Ah, shit, he ignored me! Damn it, I said stop!
Oh shit, man.
Angie!
The dude is second on our shot.
Hurry up and get in!
So, you're seriously the student council president of Shujin. You know what happens to anyone who snaps at me, don't you? So, whose number is this?
C'est un moyen comme un autre, hein, c'est de mourir.
What in the world?
Who the fuck are you? Nijima-san!
What the hell did you do to her?
Oh, I get it. You got followed, you dumb shits!
Holy moly!
That bag you saw the other day, the crocodile one, how much was it?
About 3 million.
For reals?
Better thank those
J'ai
guys.
3 millions de dollars comme ça.
What?
I'm royally pissed right now. Can you tell? You know how spending money relieves stress? It's you goddamn brats sniffing around like dogs and barging in here like you own the joint. See this empty space? I'm so pissed that now there's a 3 million yen gap here. It pisses me off even more if I don't fill it up.
C'est vrai que c'est des yens,
I'm a
c'est 3 millions de yens.
perfectionist. So, good luck.
What is that supposed to mean?
Come on, you all look so tense. I think I'll call it debauchery of minors at a club. So, can I send this to your school?
That's...
Oh damn, I got booze and cigs in the shot. Maybe some drugs too? Ah, this is so hilarious. I feed on dumb shits like you. Understand, pretty little student council president. Now listen up. Run your mouth to the police, and I'll break all of you, starting with your families. I want to give you the usual month, but well, you have such a large group here. 3 weeks. Bring 3 million yen by then, no less. Summer bonuses are around the corner, you know. It'll be easy if you beg your mommies and daddies. Now get out of my sight. I'm about to have some fun.
What? To hell with that!
Don't bother with him. Makoto's safety is more important right now.
Yeah, 3 weeks for 3 million yen. Things have taken a serious turn for the worse. Yeah, man. C'est le moins qu'on puisse dire.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to drag you in like this.
For real.
I was stupid.
I must agree. You should have easily imagined this happening.
Hey, Yusuke! I was so caught up in trying to be useful.
Alright, enough of the blame game. What's done is done.
I'm gonna cause trouble for Sis, too.
Sis?
My older sister has a commendable job, and she's a much more remarkable person than me. A lot happened after we lost our father 3 years ago.
C'est un petit peu short, Makoto.
So it's just us living together. But I'm still a child. So all I am is a burden to her.
And that's why you were so reckless?
I just wanted to be useful in some way to someone.
You know, I might not get your whole situation, but ain't it a bit off saying that you're useless to her?
It's the truth, though. In particular,
Surtout quand il a
I
dit
have to
directement comme ça.
apologize for what happened to you. Now that I think on it, the truth about Kamoshida must have been covered up by the whole school. I had my suspicions, but I couldn't do anything about it. No, I didn't do anything. Had I cared enough, I could have done something. People like me must really be what others call scum of the earth.
Real scum wouldn't call themselves that.
Huh?
I'm the same. It's just like you said before. I was closest to Shiho, but I didn't do anything. Besides, Kamoshida's the one to blame. Shiho understands that, and I do too.
Je suis en train de jouer avec depuis tantôt, puis mon pinceau,
Takamaki-san.
il est là sans son cap, au petit pinceau.
You didn't have a place to belong either. Isn't that right?
Me either?
We won't let anyone fall victim again. Now, what should we do from here?
I'll do something about the money. So can we please just drop the case with Kaneshiro?
No can do. We're all caught up in this.
C'est un trou de cul, and we're gonna take him down.
And making the situation worse.
If only we could do something about that bank.
Ryuji.
Bank?
Faut vraiment que t'apprennes à fermer ta gueule, Ryuji. Eh ben, bonne soirée, Roi Pantouf. Merci d'être passé.
She isn't useless at all. She may be our key in. Hear me out, you guys.
Je vais faire ça. Peut-être pas à soir, la semaine prochaine, peut-être.
Our key in? What do you mean?
A cat? Are you all okay?
We've become Kaneshiro's targets.
Ciao.
That means we've become
À la prochaine.
I
Oops.
see.
J'ai skippé un.
The reason why we couldn't enter before was because...
We've become Kaneshiro's target. That means we've become customers of his bank.
Because we weren't considered his customers.
And wouldn't you say that she in particular is a special customer? Let's take her with us. She is responsible for our current situation.
Whoa, I don't follow this at all.
She risked her life doing something so reckless. At the very least, she has the right to know. Won't you come with us?
What? Wait, to where?
Yeah, where are we going?
Come on, Ryuji. The metaverse. Get with the program.
A canine?
It's Fox.
Be quiet. The shadows are going to notice us.
A monster cat?
I'm not!
That's Morgana, the cat that was in his bag. This is what happens when we come here.
That voice. Takamaki-san? Where are we?
We're inside Kanashiro's... well, the world inside his heart.
What?
It's another reality in which Kanashiro's distorted desires have materialized.
Another reality? It's floating in the air. This is reality? My goodness. I'm sorry, it's just... But since this really exists, I can't doubt it. A reality that one's heart shows. Is it like the application of optical illusions in social cognitive psychology?
That's something we have no idea about.
I see. So stealing one's heart, that may be like overriding their cognition. I think I kind of get the logic behind it.
Ain't she more amazing than you?
We're about the same! Then, does that mean there's an ATM version of myself somewhere in this world too?
Perhaps. Regardless, we can change Kanashiro's heart and make him confess if we steal his treasure. If it all goes well, that is.
We'll make it go well. Everyone will notice us for sure if we take someone like Kanashiro down.
Our justice will also become resolute.
Think we'd be able to give courage to those in need if it happens?
For the sake of those in need, huh? You sound like my father.
Your father?
No, don't mind me. You want to go to that bank, right? Let's go then. If I've become a customer of that bank, then they'll have to let me in.
For real?
It came to us.
It's just as I calculated.
Yeah, hein? On a un way-in. Le petit cat s'appelle Makoto Nijima.
You know how you can use your card to get into banks during after hours? I thought that I'd be able to get in, since I have the same identity as such customers. I'm Kanashiro's source of revenue, after all.
Ah, that makes sense.
Wow. This place is huge.
I rarely gotta go to the bank, so this is making me kind of nervous.
Being in a bank with costumes like these is so obvious. We're totally robbers.
You got that right.
It seems there will be a lot of shadows from here on.
Huh? What's that about?
Enemies attack us here.
I see. I've trained in Aikido. Don't worry. I can defend myself.
Self-defense won't do much good against shadows. But then again, it's better than nothing.
We have to go in from the front, don't we? I'm an honorary customer, so I better act like one. I will be useful for you guys. Come on, let's go.
Let's head inside.
I'll just add this.
Alright, on va sauvegarder ici, puis on va commencer l'exploration du palais la semaine prochaine. Est-ce qu'on va le compléter la semaine prochaine? Ce serait le fun, mais je sais pas. On verra la semaine prochaine. Pour répondre à la question, je suis rendu à 28h39. Fait que j'étais pas loin de mon 30h. Merci beaucoup à tout le monde qui a été avec moi ce soir. Merci à Hero en Pantoufle encore d'être passé. Merci à Dragon Master, notre ami Yann, d'avoir été là aussi. C'est toujours plaisant d'avoir des gens avec qui jaser pendant mes petits streams, relax. Puis sinon, mon nom c'est Dan, je fais partie de l'équipe de Niveau Suivant. Niveau Suivant, c'est d'abord et avant tout marathon annuel de jeux vidéo au profit des organismes de bienfaisance du Québec. Le marathon de cette année est en pleine préparation. Il va y avoir plus de nouvelles à vous partager vers la fin d'été comme à l'habitude. Pour avoir toutes les nouvelles sur le marathon, gardez un œil sur notre page Facebook, ici, puis notre site internet, juste là. C'est les deux spots qui vont avoir des nouvelles sur le marathon. Sinon, manquez pas nos streams hebdomadaires. Parce qu'on a plein de streams hebdomadaires. Moi, je stream le mardi, puis je joue en Persona 5 Royal. On va être de retour mardi prochain pour ça. Le jeudi soir, Mad stream. Mad joue en ce moment à Punch Out sur Wii. Continue ça ce jeudi. Ce dimanche, Donjon Dragon. On a une game de Donjon Dragon Heroes of Many Worlds que je DM, puis il y a 5 autres membres de l'équipe de Niveau Suivant, 5 autres joueurs avec moi. Ne manquez pas ça, ça continue ce dimanche. On s'approche tranquillement pas vite de la grande conclusion de la... Mais tranquillement pas. Il reste une couple de mois, là. Mais Ça avance. Là, on a une belle petite aventure qui devrait se conclure peut-être la semaine prochaine. On verra à quel point ça va être. Manquez pas ça va être full malade épique. Puis le lundi, il y a Yann, Dragon Master, Yann qui joue à Eternal Sonata. Puis là, ben, hier, il a arrêté à cause qu'il y avait un orage, puis ça flashait chez eux, il avait peur de faire l'électricité. Juste avant le boss, fait que la semaine prochaine, ça recommence avec plein d'actions qu'on joue. Fait que revenez, manquez pas ça. Puis c'est pas mal ça. Si des fois, il y a des streams random de matin, l'après-midi, là, il va se poser être. Ça, ben, souvent c'est annoncé à la dernière minute sur Facebook. La meilleure façon de pas manquer aucun de nos trucs sur Niveau Suivant, incluant les streams spéciales, c'est de nous follower sur Twitch. Comme ça, vous allez avoir une petite notification sur votre téléphone quand on va live, ou peu importe sur votre appareil de choix. Puis, vous allez pouvoir faire comme « Ah, Niveau Suivant sont live, malade! » Puis venez nous voir. Et voilà. Mais vous n'êtes pas obligé de nous follower si vous voulez pas non plus. Pas de pression ici. Il n'y a pas de pression sur la chaîne Niveau Suivant. Donc, merci beaucoup d'avoir été avec moi, tout le monde. On se revoit la semaine prochaine pour plus de Personal 5 Royal ou dimanche pour le D&D. Bonne journée, bonne soirée, bonne nuit et à la prochaine!